we have two writing methods to write the data into the file. But keep in mind, if you are if you are opening the file in the mode of W, that is write mode, it will, if the file is exist, then the data present in the file will be erased and it will overwrite. That is, it is overwrite the data. So to avoid that, always if you want to write anything into your file, then always open your file in the append mode only. Then there are two methods are there in the writing data. There are two methods are available. One is write method and another one is write lines method. Write method will write the string into the file, but write lines method, it will write the list. List means it contains list of number of elements inside it. So it will write lines, that is write means it will write only the single line, but write lines method, it will write the number of lines into your file. Okay, here I have used the only the write method, so it will read the first, it will write the first line into the file, but after writing, you see the output. Okay, so it won't, suppose here it won't add. So the write method, for example, the write method won't add any new line character. Here this is the, so here I have actually I have used the write method, but when you are opening, there is no, okay, after each line there is no space is introduced. There is no space here. So to introduce a new space after each name, so we have to explicitly give a new line character. We need to, that is user has to give explicitly, user has to introduce the new line character when you are writing into the file. See here, I have given new line character after each name. So the space will be introduced. So here it is student1.dat file. Okay. Here I am going to get 5 names and I after introduce, for example, I am executing this one. So it will again ask, or so I am entering the student name. Just you enter, for sample, you enter any character. So now you open the file. So student1.dat. So we have introduced explicitly the user as, while writing the data into the file, you have to give a explicit new line character so that the next name will be written into the next line. Okay, next one. In this program, we are using the write lines method, which will the write line method, which will first all the names. Okay, write line method used to write number of lines into the file at the same time. So first here instead of writing okay, for each time, okay, so in this program using write method, in this program using write method, here you have used the write method. So each time, so you are getting the input from the user, and after getting, immediately you are calling the write method to write into the file. To avoid that, okay, first we are going to get the input from the user. After getting all the inputs, we are, okay, by using one write line method, we are going to write all the lines into the file at the one time. So it is possible with the help of write lines method. So first we are getting the input, okay, from the user, and those input is appended with the list. Okay, we are initializing the list with the empty. Okay, each time when you are getting the new element, we are adding the new element with the existing list. So for adding the new element with the existing list means you have to call the append method. So through the append method we are adding, after adding the each name, we are adding the, it is our duty explicitly introduce the new line character. Okay, then so for 5 students it will get, and after coming out of the for loop, it immediately write into the files. Okay, through write lines method. For example, I am writing this, so I am executing this one. It will, each time it will ask, and then finally only it will write. So when you are opening DAT file, all the the list, entire list will be written into the file. Here I am going to get the number of students from the user. Okay, after entering the number of students for all the students, I am going to get the for each students I am going to get the roll number, name, marks, and their marks. So all the all the variables are written once in the file. For example, count. So here I am getting the now how many number of students are there in your class. I am getting the number of students value. I am storing it in the count variable. Then I am opening the file which is named as marks.tat file in the append mode. So if suppose if the file contain data already, it contains some data, means now all the data if you are writing now, it will be added end of the file only. So existing data, it won't affect it won't give any com for the existing data. So here count, suppose if your teacher is giving 10 number of students, means for 10 number of students we are going to get roll number, name. So the input method always return the string data type, so which will be converted into integer. The marks may be in the decimal point, so it will be converted to, we can convert these things to float value. Okay, so float, and after getting those things using write method for each student, after getting the informations for each student, I'm going to write immediately into the file. For that, so when you are as a record, when you want to write a record, means all the data should be in the string format. For that only I am converting the roll number once again into string data type. Okay, so and the comma is introduced. For example, once again I am executing this one. Okay, how many number of students? For two number of students only I am going to get. So roll number, we can say roll number is 6, name of the student Surya, then marks 89. Then second roll number is 9, and name of the student is that is Reshma. Okay, then marks 89. So like that I have entered the details. It will be stored in that which file, marks.dat. So I am opening the marks.dat, this file. So here I have opened. So whatever data that will be entered like this, in this manner. So this program, we can get the data from the user and we can write it in those data into the file. After writing the data into the file, here I have used the while loop method, but instead of that you can use for loop also to read data from the file line by line. Okay, since I have used the line method, so I am going to read the data line by line from the file. Okay, so using here I have used the while loop. You can use the for loop also. Then one more flush method. This is the flush function. So flush function which will force the flush functions which will force the data which is present in the buffer into the file. Okay, when you are issuing the Python automatically flush the files, flush the buffer when you are issuing the close method. When you are issuing the close method, all the data which is available in the buffer which will be written into the file. But we can do without issuing the close method also by using the flush function. The flush function forces the Python to write the content of the buffer into the file. Okay, here they have demonstrated. For example, here out1, I am creating the one file out2.log a in the append mode. Append mode means always open if you want to write anything or do modifications or anything, you can, it's better, if you want to write anything, it's better to open the file in the append mode. It will be safe and it will preserve your already existing data. So I have opened the file in the append mode and I am using write method. I am writing 2 lines into the file. Okay, but I didn't close the file. Okay, so the content won't be written into the file, as well as I didn't issue the flush function also. So here once again once again I am writing, and I am writing one more line here. So I have written one more line here, and I am executing by pressing the shift enter. Okay, so 9, but the file has been created, but we didn't give anything flush method, and we didn't use any close method, so nothing has written into the file. For example, I'm opening out to dot, it has been created, now it has been created, but when you are opening, no content is present here. But when you are using the close method, only all the contents are written here. So I'm going to issue here itself flush function. I'm going to call flush function. Since it is not a standalone function, so we have to call with the help of file handler only flush function. So, and once again I am executing by pressing the shift enter. So now you go and see, refresh the file. Once again you open this file, all the contents are written here. So here it has written 2 times, because before actually I have executed the program before giving the flush function, and once again I have executed the program after giving the flush function also. So 2 times it has written. Removing white spaces after reading from the file. You know already how to remove the leading and trailing white spaces. It is possible with the help of strip functions, but we can only remove the leading spaces with the help of strip functions. If you are using the right strip functions, it will remove only the blank spaces which is present in the right side. Okay, here I have demonstrated here. So see here, first we are reading the line. Okay, by using the read line method, it will read the first line. So how many characters are there? 8 characters. Okay, then after using the R strip, which will remove the space which is present in the right hand side of the line. So after removing that 5, and here S strip means it will remove the spaces which is present in the both sides. So after removing that, so we are reading the poem 1.text. So first open the poem 1.text. See here. So here intentionally I have given some space. Here also I have given, even I am introducing some more spaces. Okay, so now I have, once again I am saving the file, and once again I am executing here. Okay, we will execute this. So now again it contain, it's going to read first line only, so I am introducing space for the first line. Okay, so I am saving the file. After saving the file, I am going to execute this content. So it will read the first shift enter. So 20 line 21. Okay, the first line, how many characters are there? 21. But after removing R strip, how many characters? We will check it. Execute it. So after removing only the blank spaces which is present in the right hand side, 11, and it will remove this line, it will remove the leading spaces, right hand spaces, as well as left hand space also. So I am executing this line. I am executing this cell. So we didn't print, we should print that length of the line, length of line 3. So execute it. So after removing both the side spaces, we are getting only 3 characters. So see here, only 3 characters are present. All the others are blank spaces only. So strip function, which is used to remove the blank spaces. Significance of the file pointer in the file handling. Okay, first I am opening the file in the read mode. Okay, while opening, the file handler point the first position. But after reading the first character, the file pointer moves to the next positions. So file pointer indicate the position of the where we are. Okay, so position of the file pointer moves to the. Once again, I am reading the 2 more characters. So the file pointer moves to the after reading the 2 more characters. the first I have read the first character, then I have read the two more characters, then so